We're continuing our walk through Venice after spending time in the Jewish ghetto.
Now we're stepping into Campo Santa Fosca, here in the Cannaregio district, a quieter neighborhood where everyday Venetian life unfolds.
From here, we'll follow the streets as they lead us toward the Rialto Bridge and Market.
Then on to St. Mark's Square and ending at the Bridge of Sighs.
Most Venetian neighborhoods have a square or a gathering place at their heart.
Most squares in Venice are called campos, which actually means field. Many of these squares were once grassy gathering spaces.
Here we are at the Rialto Bridge.
Yeah.
Woo!
We're standing at one of Venice's most iconic landmarks, the Rialto Bridge. It's not just beautiful, it's the oldest and most famous of the 4 bridges that cross the Grand Canal.
The first version of the bridge was actually built of wood, but it didn't have the best of luck. It collapsed several times, once under the weight of a huge crowd gathered to watch a boat parade, and again after a fire.
So in 1591, it was finally rebuilt in stone, and that's the bridge we're walking on today. It was designed by a local engineer named Antonio de Ponte. His plan was considered risky, even radical, because he used a single stone arch to span the entire canal with no supporting piers in the water.
It was such a daring idea that even great artists like Michelangelo and Palladio submitted their own designs. But De Ponte's vision won out, and it stood strong for more than 430 years.
And today, it's one of the most enduring symbols of Venice.
We've come to one of the oldest corners of Venice, the Rialto Market.
The name Rialto actually comes from Rialto, meaning high bank, because this was one of the first areas of Venice ever settled.
This market has been running since the 11th century.
In its early days, ships from across the world unloaded here, bringing spices, silks, and gold that passed through Venice on their way across Europe.
Today, it's still a daily tradition for locals to come each morning to get their fresh fish.
While we were in this area, we're going to check out a bar that is considered to be the oldest wine bar in Venice.
This is outside of Cantina do Mori. It has been running as a bar since 1462.
Boy, it must be tired. Because it is just steps from the Rialto Market, merchants would come here for a drink after a day of trading.
And it's even said that Casanova once drank here. How cool would that have been?
Unfortunately, it was closed when we stopped by, so we'll definitely be back next time.
We're standing in front of St. Mark's Basilica. It's St. Mark's. It's also called San Marco, right?
San Marco Square.
Square in Venice. And oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. So apparently you need to get tickets ahead of time to be able to go into the church. We didn't know that. We wouldn't be able to get in until Monday, but we're leaving tomorrow. So, but just to be able to view the outside is unbelievably beautiful. So we'll give you a little tour of that, eh?
Yeah, from the outside. We can't get in.
Actually, what they say is that St. Mark is buried here as well at the Basilica.
And on the other side of the square is
Doge's Palace, which will also give you a tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
This looks like they're remodeling as well. They're doing a little renovation, but show you what we can. This is the Basilica. This is just a square filled with people. No sitting, so if you come here, don't sit down. The Doge's palace was the home of the elected ruler of Venice for nearly 700 years. And it also served as the headquarters of the Republic's government, the courts, and even its prisons.
The first version of the palace was built in the 9th century, but much of what we see today dates from the 1300s and 1400s, when Venice was at the height of its wealth and influence.
From the palace, prisoners were led across an enclosed walkway, the Bridge of Sighs, to the prison cells on the other side. Legend says they sighed as they caught their last glimpse of Venice through the tiny stone windows.
One of the most famous prisoners held here was Casanova, the Venetian adventurer and writer.
And here's something most people don't realize. Casanova didn't escape across the bridge. He actually broke out from a prison cell inside the palace roof in 1756, cutting through the ceiling and fleeing across the rooftops of Venice.
The palace's political life ended in 1797 when Napoleon invaded and the last Doge, Ludovico Manin, was forced to surrender.
After that, the palace served various administrative roles under the French and Austrian rule before becoming a museum in the early 20th century, opening its doors so visitors could experience the grandeur of Venice's past.